My pranams to all members of the meditation study circle.
My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Drk-Drsya Viveka. Let us offer our respects to the Guru Parampara. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmatacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Harihi Om. So in last class of Drk-Drsya Viveka, we discussed about three types of jiva, three types of beings. First is called Paramarthika jiva. Second is called Vyavaharika jiva. The third is called Pratibhasika jiva. So we are continuing the discussion in this class also. From sloka number 36 to 41. In next class, sloka number 42 to 48, there will be next class, will be last class of Drk-Drsya Viveka. So let us continue our discussion and understanding of Pratibhasika, Paramarthika and Vyavaharika jiva. So the Paramarthika jiva is the absolute reality, transcendental reality, which is beyond sense organs and the mind and the intellect. Paramarthika jiva is beyond our sense organs and the mind. Absolute reality. So then why it's called jiva? So my point of view, I am a jiva. So my point of view, the absolute reality for my understanding purpose, I am calling this Paramarthika jiva. How do you do that? So God is the universal reality. But I'll say my God, I'll relate it to me. In that sense, absolute reality, I call it as Paramarthika jiva. In reality, Paramarthika is not a jiva. But from my point of view, it's Paramarthika jiva. From my understanding point of view. Just like universal God, I call it my God. Like that, Paramarthika jiva is the absolute reality, transcendental reality. So now, Paramarthika jiva has powers. Paramarthika jiva has the power called Maya Shakti. So, using the power of Maya Shakti, Paramarthika jiva projects the world and projects a body. So, this is called, this world which is projected is called Vyavaharika Jagat, Vyavaharika world, transactional world. And body is used for transaction in the world, transactional body. Paramarthika is transcendental. Vyavaharika is transactional. It's an empirical reality. Our day-to-day reality, day-to-day experience is called in the domain of empirical reality. It's called Vyavaharika. Jagat, Vyavaharika, Deha, body. So now, this projection is similar to a dream world. Just like in my dream, a dream world is projected. Similarly, Paramarthika jiva projects Vyavaharika jiva, Vyavaharika Deha, Vyavaharika Jagat as a dream. It's called Maya Shakti. The Maya has two powers. One is the power of projection. It's called vikshepa. Second is projection of avarana, forgetfulness. So using the power of projection, the Jagat or the world is projected. In that world, the body is also a part of the world. Body is not separate from the world. Then there is an identification happens with the body. The Paramarthika Jiva enters into the Vyavaharika Jagat. How does it enter? It enters as Chidabhasa or reflection in the mind of the Vyavaharika transactional body. So it enters as a reflected consciousness in the mind of Vyavaharika Jiva, Vyavaharika Deha, Vyavaharika Jiva. It becomes a Vyavaharika Jiva when it becomes a reflection. The reflection is called Chidabhasa. We have discussed about Chidabhasa earlier. So then, using the power of forgetfulness, it forgets that I am Paramarthika Jiva. Now it has become Vyavaharika Jiva. It has forgotten completely I am Paramarthika Jiva. So from Paramarthika to Vyavaharika, we have seen. The Paramarthika Jiva projects the Vyavaharika Deha and Vyavaharika Jagat. Then it enters into Vyavaharika Deha as a reflected consciousness in the mind. The reflected consciousness is called Chidabhasa. The projecting power is called Maya. Projecting power, the whole power is called Maya Shakti. The projecting power is called Vikshepa. And forgetfulness is called Avarana. So why does the Paramarthika Jiva enter into Vyavaharika Jiva? To experience the world which is projected. Experience the world which is projected. So I'll give you an example. We book a ticket for a movie. And when we enter into movie hall, we forget our house, we forget our family, we forget where I came from. We get immersed, involved in the movie. We forget our house, our family, okay, all my day-to-day responsibility, office, everything we forget. Then we get involved in the movie. Similarly, Paramarthika Jiva gets involved in the projection, which is like a movie, in the form of Chidabhasa or Vyavaharika Jiva. So what happens if you don't forget? Let us say you go to a movie and you don't forget that your office, home, everything. Then what will happen? You cannot enjoy the movie. You will be constantly worried about office or home, but you cannot get involved in the movie. To get involved in the movie, you have to forget everything. As long as the movie is going on. Then get fully involved. So similarly, Paramarthika Jiva projects a movie. And this movie is called Vyavaharika Jagat or transactional world. And Paramarthika Jiva enters into the transactional world as Chidabhasa, reflected consciousness. This is like you buying a ticket and entering into cinema hall and forgetting that your family and house. So similarly, Chidabhasa, which is nothing but Paramarthika Jiva, starts getting identifying the body, identifying the movie, and starts experiencing the movie fully, forgetting who is Paramarthika Jiva. It's exactly like experiencing movie. So now, here there is no problem at all. Projecting a world is not a problem. Experiencing a world is not a problem. The problem starts when you experience the world, forgetting that I am Paramarthika Jiva, then thinking that world which is projected is real, this is the problem starts. This is where the problem starts. If you know a movie as a movie, there's no problem. You'll enjoy the movie. But if movie becomes real to you, then there's a problem. For Paramarthika Jiva, as Chidabhasa, the movie called the world, movie called the Vyavaharika Jagat, Vyavaharika world becomes real, appears to be real. It forgets it's a dream. It forgets who am I. It forgets I am Paramarthika Jiva. Then identifies with the happening in the world. So now, who is Vyavaharika Jiva? Then when he identifies the Paramarthika Jiva, takes the form of Chidabhasa or reflect consciousness, identifies the body, and it becomes Vyavaharika Jiva. Now, who is real Vyavaharika Jiva? In reality, Vyavaharika Jiva is none other than Paramarthika Jiva, but he doesn't remember. No. Okay. So then it starts explaining the world, identifies the body. Then when you identify the body is required for doing anything in the world. He becomes a doer. Aham kartaham. Then he identifies the mind, becomes enjoyer, bhoktaham. Then he identifies the knowledge, intellect, and becomes nataham, knower. Then he gets involved in the actions and reactions in the world. Then he earns good merit, papa and punya. So I'll give you one similar analogy for this. Children, you see, play video games. Okay? When they play video games, they'll forget the world. They forget the family, forget the school. Then video game, there's a character. So there is some game going on. Some challenges are there. Every time when you go do achieve some challenge, you'll get a good points, plus points. When you fail in some challenge, you'll get a minus points. Plus points and minus points are there in the video game. Similarly, in the Vyavaharika Jagat, any actions you do, good action you do, okay, and get a good karma is equal to plus points. And any negative thing which you do, it's equal to minus points or papa. It's just like a video game. You get points, plus points and minus points. In this movie which is projected, there is plus points and minus points. And there are strict rules in this world. What is the fun of having a game where there are no rules? So Jiva, Paramarthika Jiva, projects a world, enters into the world as Chidabhasa. If the world has correct, exact rules, violation of rules will give papa, and following the rules will give punya, just like a video game. Nothing wrong in that. The problem is the Vyavaharika Jiva forgets that I am Paramarthika Jiva. Vyavaharika Jiva forgets that I am a movie. This is a movie. This is a projection. So it is like this. When we go to a movie, right, there are movies called kerchief movies, romantic movies, where hero is there, heroine is there, they are having a love affair, they are having dance and song. We feel so happy. Then there is a hero and heroine separate out. Suddenly we start crying. Okay, we have to take a kerchief. We are not gone there to movie to cry. But why do we cry? Because we identify with the hero or heroine. So movie is not a problem. We have gone there to enjoy the movie. But when you identify the character in the movie, there's a problem. Similarly, Paramarthika Jiva has projected the world, which is movie. Paramarthika Jiva has entered in the movie as Chidabhasa, no problem. But the Chidabhasa identifies with the character in the movie. The body is the character in the movie. Body is a part of the movie. Identifies with the body. Forgets I am Paramarthika Jiva. That's exactly where the problem starts. So there are Maya Shakti projects the world. Maya Shakti has a vikshepa projection, Avan Shakti forgetfulness. This is the reason for the jiva, Paramarthika jiva, taking the form of Vyavaharika jiva. Now, Vyavaharika jiva has a power which is called Nidra Shakti. Vyavaharika jiva experiences the world, goes to sleep. Using Nidra Shakti, it will project a dream world and enters into the dream world as a dream character. Experience the dream world, sometimes nightmares, sometimes joyful situations. But when Vyavaharika jiva enters into the dream world, Vyavaharika jiva forgets that I am and dream becomes a dream character. The dream character forgets that I am Vyavaharika jiva. And dream character does not know the dream world is a projection, movie, mithya. The dream character goes through joy and suffering in the dream world. This is called pratibhasika. So Paramarthika jiva, Vyavaharika jiva, Pratibhasika jiva. There are three levels of reality. So for Paramarthika jiva, there is no world. There's no duality. It's an absolute reality. There's no experiencer and experienced. The subject-object duality is not there. Any experience is possible only when there is a subject and object. To experience life, to experience world, so subject-object duality has to appear. So that's where the Paramarthika jiva projects a world of 5 elements, Panchabhutas. The space, the wind, the fire, water, and earth. So these 5 elements are projected for experience purpose. That's become object. And out of these 5 elements, a body is prepared. This body is made, body what we have is made up of 5 elements. So that's also fine, because body and the world are objects. But to experience something, a subject is required. Without a subject, the experience cannot happen. So that's where Paramarthika jiva has to enter into the body in the form of Chidabhasa to become a subject. Entering in the body is also not a problem. But after entering, Paramarthika jiva forgets himself or herself as Paramarthika. It becomes one with the body. Now I am the body. So I am the subject, experience the world called object. So subject-object remains. Paramarthika is forgotten. Absolute reality is forgotten. So what happens when this forgetfulness happens? There is an identification of the body and there is a joy and suffering in the world. There's Papa and Punya in the world. These Papa and Punya give rise to cycle of birth and after death, birth and death. Again and again, the Vyavaharika jiva, who is nothing but Paramarthika jiva, forgetting its nature, starts taking many lifetimes. Again and again, this we call as Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatrasyanam. It's like a continuous dream. Dream after dream. Birth and death is a dream. Every time you are born, you forget that you are Paramarthika, get involved in the world, or good merit in Papa and Punya, or good merit and sin, Papa and Punya, and then again get into another birth. So this cycle will continue for millions and trillions of lifetime. It's called Samsara Sagar, ocean. Once you start dreaming, you're already lost in the dream. The dream will go on and on and on and on. Never-ending dream. Sri Shankaracharya says, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatrasyanam. Again and again we take birth. Again and again we take birth in the womb of the mother. Why? to settle the score, papa and punya. This is like exactly like children, no, addicted to video game. I got good point, I have to get more point. I have got a negative point, I have to get more point. Like that, you get addicted to the game of life. So there is an analogy we can give to make us understand what's happening. A person is watching cricket match. Why he watches cricket match? It's wonderful to give, wonderful. It's nice to watch a cricket match. The TV show is going on. So India-Pakistan match is going on. Pakistan wins. But the person who sees the Pakistan winning gets a heart attack. In this game, Pakistan team got $10 million, India team got $5 million because Pakistan won, he got $10 million, India team got $5 million. The TV fellow got 500 crores from advertisement. The guy who has done advertisement, he gets 1,000 crores revenue. But one who is watching the TV gets a heart attack. Why? Because he is identified with the Indian team. The problem is not watching the match. Problem is not enjoying the match. Problem is identifying the team. So our problem is identifying the body and becoming a subject. Then the world becomes very real to us. So there's another analogy I can give. It's called dream analogy. For us to understand this process, we can give an example of a dream world. Viveka jiva, who is nothing but Vyavarika jiva, projects a world called dream world. It is called Nidra, and using the power of Nidra Shakti. Power of Brahman is called Maya Shakti. Power of Vyavarika jiva is called Nidra Shakti. So then the Vyavarika jiva enters into the dream world. Now, in the dream world, the Vyavarika jiva does not know it's a dream. Does not know it's a projection. It experiences the dream world as if it is real. Goes through joys and suffering, pains and pleasure, happiness and unhappiness. The jiva in the dream world, if it knows it's a dream, there is no suffering, but it doesn't know. So this is similar to a Brahman projecting the waking world. Right? I'm giving this example because we can understand now Maya Shakti. Using Nidra Shakti, we can understand Maya Shakti. Nidra Shakti is the Shakti or power each of us have to project a dream world and experience the dream world by entering into dream as a jiva. So let us take an example. There's a lady called Miss Jagrati. She is working in Bangalore as a software engineer. Miss Jagrati, who is a software engineer in Bangalore, works in a multinational corporation for software engineering, has a family, husband and children. Then she goes to a dream. In the dream, she becomes Miss Swapna. In Miss Swapna does not know that she is Miss Jagrati. She claims that I am Miss Jagrati. So for Miss Swapna, the dream world is the only reality. Miss Swapna in the dream world is living in America. She is an artist. She has a different family. So Miss Swapna does not know Miss Jagrati, does not know Bangalore, does not know the family in Bangalore. She has a different family. For her, the dream world is the reality. Waking world is not real. But who is Miss Swapna? She is none other than Miss Jagrati. Miss Jagrati taking the form of Miss Swapna. Miss Jagrati only has appeared in Miss Swapna. Now see the fun here. Miss Swapna does not know Miss Jagrati. Miss Jagrati does not know Miss Swapna. They don't know each other. Miss Swapna says this world which she is experiencing is real, which is America, artist, and American family. Miss Jagrati says Bangalore is real, my Bangalore family is real. But the funny part is, when Miss Jagrati goes into Swapna, dream, the Bangalore and the Bangalore world, the world called Bangalore and the Bangalore family and software disappears. Only the dream world remains. In the dream, she is experiencing America as a software engineer. And who is experiencing America as software engineer? Yes, Miss Swapna. Who is Miss Swapna? Who is Miss Swapna? Is nothing but Miss Jagrati only. The waker, Miss Jagrati, has forgotten his nature, her nature, and has become dream character. This is based on the power of Nidra Shakti. Now, when did the dream start? The Mr. Waker or Miss Jagrati does not know when the dream starts. Dream just appears. Does not know when the dream started because she is a part of the dream. She does not know when the dream started. Neither Miss Jagrati knows, nor Miss Swapna knows when the dream started. Both Miss Jagrati projects a dream. Okay, when the dream is projected, dream world starts, the dream time starts, and the dream time starts, Miss Jagrati forgets that dream time, and for the dream time becomes real for her. So when the dream started, Miss Jagrati does not know, Miss Swapna doesn't know. So similarly, Paramarthika Jiva projects the Vyavaharika Jagat and Vyavaharika Jiva like a dream projection. And when did the dream start? The Vyavaharika Jiva cannot tell when it started because Vyavaharika Jiva is a part of the dream world. Paramarthika Jiva does not know Vyavaharika Jiva. Vyavaharika Jiva does not know Paramarthika Jiva. Just like Miss Swapna does not know Miss Jagrati does not know Miss Swapna. Paramarthika Jiva projects the Vyavaharika Jagat using Maya Shakti. Vyavaharika Jiva projects the dream world using Nidra Shakti. When you are experiencing a dream, you don't know it's a dream. Similarly, when you are experiencing the waking world, you don't know it's a projection, dream. You don't know it's a dream of Brahman. For you, it appears as real. Dream world is real for Miss Swapna. Waking world is real for Miss Jagrati. But waking world and dream world both are unreal or mithya projection in Brahman, Paramarthika Jiva. So in the dream world, Miss Swapna is going through a lot of trouble. Miss Swapna goes through a lot of trouble. She is in America, there's a recession, she loses job, and then suddenly she wakes up. She wakes up as Miss Jagrati. Miss Swapna wakes up as Miss Jagrati. The moment Miss Swapna wakes up Miss Jagrati, all her problems are gone. All dream problems are gone. Recession in America, because in dream she is in recession, America. She has lost a job. So the family problems, the society problems, the financial problems, everything disappears when she wakes up from the dream. The dream problems disappear. Similarly, in the waking world, we are experiencing challenges, problems, success and failure, pain and pleasure. If we wake up from the waking world, then the problems of the waking world will disappear. Wake up from the dream world problems will disappear. Wake up from the waking world problems should disappear. Dream world is Nidra Shakti. When you wake up from dream world, you enter into waking world, dream world problems are gone. When you enter in the waking world is a Maya Shakti, a projection of Brahman, projection of Paramarthika Jiva. So if you wake up from the waking dream, then you are actually Paramarthika Jiva. You wake up as a Paramarthika Jiva. Miss Swapna wakes up as Miss Jagrati, and Miss Jagrati wakes up as Paramarthika Jiva. So waking world problems can be solved only when you wake up as Paramarthika Jiva. Until that point of time, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, again and again cycle of birth and death will continue. So then, the dream example is given as an analogy. Nidra Shakti is given as an analogy to explain the Maya Shakti of Brahman. The waking world is called Vyavaharika Jagat. The dream world is called Pratibhasika Jagat. Pratibhasika means subjective reality. Paramarthik Vyavaharika means transactional reality. That's a transactional reality. Why these two names are given? The teaching is given to the waking jiva. The teaching is always given to waker. For me, I am Vyavaharika Jiva. The teaching is given to Vyavaharika Jiva. So Vyavaharika Jiva, my dear Vyavaharika Jiva, this waking world is transactional. Why it's transactional? Here we can do transaction. If I gave a loan to somebody yesterday, he will have to give me today. Or if I do some work, the result will come tomorrow or day after tomorrow, after 1 year, result will come. There's a cause and effect relationship which appears in the waking world. Cause and effect is there. What called Karya Karana Sambandha, there's a continuity. If I give some money somewhere, the money will come back to me. If I start working somewhere, some salary will come to me. So there seems to be a continuity in terms of Karya Karana Sambandha in the waking world. Cause and effect. There is also a continuity of time and space. If I'm working in Bangalore, I go to sleep. Tomorrow I wake up in Bangalore only. And in Bangalore, I have some relationship, my family. I go to sleep. I wake up with the same family and relationship. So there seems to be a transactional continuity in the waking world. That's why it's called Vyavaharika Jiva. Transactionally, there seems to be a continuity. Whereas from waking Jiva's point of view, waker point of view, there's no continuity in the dream world. Yesterday in the dream world, I was in Paris. Okay, day before yesterday, I was going in a forest. So dream world seems to be discontinuous from the waker point of view. Dream world, there seems to be no continuity in the dream from the waker's point of view. The dream appeared, disappeared. The dream 10 days back is different from dream yesterday. There's no continuity in the dreaming world. There's no transactional continuity in the dreaming world as per the waker. So the waker says, The dream is a pratibhasika satya. It's my subjective reality. There's no real objective reality in the dreaming. But of course, this is from the waker point of view. From dreamer point of view, he will never question the continuity. So somebody in the dream appears in Paris, the person will never question. The person always thinks that I was in Paris all the time. There appears to be continuity from dreamer point of view. But there is a discontinuity from the waker point of view. So waker point of view, the dream is called pratibhasika satya or subjective reality. For waker point of view, the waking world has a transactional reality. The time, space, and causality continue in the waking world. But from dreamer point of view, that seems to be continuity. Time, space, and transaction continuity is there. But from dreamer point of view. But the teaching is given to the waker. So for waker, we are telling, my dear waker, you are living in a world where the transactional continuity is there. That's why you are Vyavaharika Jiva. And what dream you have is Pratibhasika, which appears and disappears. Means subjective reality. So that's where three types of jiva are coming to picture. Paramarthika jiva, Vyavaharika jiva, and Pratibhasika jiva. One thing we have to notice that when you are experiencing dream, you cannot know it's a dream at all. When you are experiencing a dream, it appears to be very real. When you are experiencing the waking world, it appears to be very real. Your dream is nothing but projection of your waking world. Miss Jagrati projects Miss Swapna. Miss Swapna has no way of knowing it's a dream. Miss Swapna has no way of knowing it's false, unreal. Miss Swapna will know that the dream is unreal only when Miss Swapna wakes up. Until you wake up, you can't know it's real. Similarly, Miss Jagrati thinks the Miss Jagrati's world is real, Bangalore is real, the place is real. Only when Miss Jagrati wakes up to realize that I am Brahman, I am Paramarthika Jiva, the waking world is unreal. The waking world becomes unreal when you wake up from the waking dream. Until you wake up from the waking dream is real. The waking dream is called Maya. The dreaming dream is called Nidra. We have to wake up from the waking dream. Then only we will realize, oh, waking dream, every waking dream is unreal. It is similar to a situation. In the dream, Miss Sapna earns a lot of money. She earns in dollars. When she wakes up, Miss Jagrati is working in Bangalore. Miss Jagrati says, oh, Miss Sapna, all are unreal. The dollar is unreal. America is unreal. American family is unreal. Miss Jagrati can say confidently. But Miss Sapna cannot say. Miss Sapna is real. Miss Jagrati, when she wakes up from the waking dream called Maya, then Miss Jagrati can laugh and say, the waking world called Bangalore is unreal. Earning in Bangalore is unreal. Software engineering job is unreal. When Miss Jagrati wakes up from the waking world, waking dream. Waking dream is called Maya. Now, whose dream we are speaking of? The waking dream is the dream of Brahman. Is the dream of Brahman. Brahman is called Paramarthika Jiva. So Paramarthika Jiva projects a waking dream called Maya Shakti, and the same Paramarthika Jiva using Vyavaharika, and that projects the waking world. It's called Vyavaharika Jiva, and Vyavaharika Jiva projects a dream world called Sapna. It creates a dream world. Pratibhasika Jiva. Now, in reality, both Vyavaharika and Pratibhasika is nothing but projection of Brahman only, dream only. Dream within dream is called Pratibhasika. First level of dream is called Vyavaharika. And whose dream we are speaking of? We are speaking of dream of Brahman. That's why you have seen in Sanatana Dharma, we show Narayana sleeping. Narayana is the sleeper. So Narayana is the consciousness at rest. From Narayana, Brahman comes. Brahman means the Brahmaji, which means the world appears from the stomach of Narayana. But Narayana is shown as always sleeping. And he has a dream. In the dream, millions and trillions of galaxies are formed. Jiva and Jagat is formed. Living beings and non-living beings are formed in the dream of Srimad Narayana. Similarly, Paramarthika Jiva dreams the waking world. The Paramarthika Jiva is nothing but Srimad Narayana at rest. When Srimad Narayana projects the dream world, in the dream, whatever is there is nothing but Narayana only appearing as that. Just like Miss Jagrati, when she projects a dream world, she becomes Miss Swapna. Miss Jagrati only is appearing as Miss Swapna. Miss Jagrati only is appearing as America. Miss Jagrati only is appearing in family, friends, and relatives. It's only Miss Jagrati is there in the dream world, but Miss Swapna doesn't know. Similarly, in the waking world, Miss Jagrati is there, Bangalore is there, everything is there. Miss Jagrati does not know it's Narayana, Srimad Narayana's dream. Whatever is there in the waking world is nothing but Miss Jagrati, Bangalore, people, society is nothing but Srimad Narayana appearing as various beings. We don't know the higher level reality when we are in the dream world. To know the higher level reality, we wake up from the dream world. So then, if Miss Jagrati is able to wake up from the waking dream, she'll realize that I am nobody other than Paramarthika Jiva. Here we have an interesting question. Who is seeking whom? Who is seeking whom? Is Paramarthika Jiva seeking is Vyavaharika Jiva seeking Paramarthika Jiva? Is Pratibhasika Jiva seeking Vyavaharika Jiva? When you say seeking a spiritual journey, who does the spiritual journey? If you look at very carefully, Vyavaharika Jiva, Chidavasa, is none other than Paramarthika Jiva. So who is trying to experience whom? Paramarthika Jiva was forgotten himself or herself is experiencing Paramarthika, seeking Paramarthika Jiva. We are thinking that, oh, I am the Vyavaharika Jiva, I am seeking Paramarthika. No. Is Paramatma who is seeking himself through you. It is Paramarthika Jiva who has forgotten the Paramarthika Jiva, has appeared as a Vyavaharika Jiva, is seeking Paramarthika Jiva. Who is seeking? Paramarthika Jiva is seeking itself. It is not individual. Vyavaharika Jiva. Vyavaharika Jiva is just an appearance. Similarly, Pratibhasika Jiva is also an appearance. When Pratibhasika Jiva wakes up, Pratibhasika Jiva is merges with the Vyavaharika Jiva. Vyavaharika Jiva merges with the Paramarthika Jiva. Who is seeking really? In reality, everything in the world is Brahman only. Paramarthika only. That's why Sarvam Khalu is Brahma. In Srimad Narayana's dream, stars, planets, galaxies, living beings, non-living beings, nothing but appearance of Srimad Narayana only. Similarly, Miss Jagrati's dream, whatever appears, Miss Swapna, America, people, American buildings, American lifestyle, everything is but Miss Swapna only, Miss Jagrati only. Whatever is happening in Miss Jagrati's world, Bangalore, people, society, everything is nothing but Srimad Narayana only appearing as that. Now, who is the seeker? Seeker is Paramarthika Jiva only. Right? Seeker is Paramarthika Jiva only. Okay. Paramarthika jiva only who has forgotten himself or herself is seeking itself. So when Waker wakes up, Miss Jagrati wakes up, she recognizes I am Brahman, pure awareness. I am non-dual Advaita. Now here there is a difference. When you wake up from the dream world, Miss Jagrati, Miss Swapna wakes up from the dream world, Miss Swapna disappears. All the world of Miss Swapna's world disappears. America disappears, people disappear, family disappears, everything disappears. And she wakes up as Miss Jagrati. And Miss Jagrati, when she wakes up, she recognizes I am Brahman. Now what happened to the world of Miss Jagrati? Miss Swapna world disappeared, dream world disappeared, Nidra Shakti disappeared. But Maya Shakti continues to be there. Maya Shakti does not disappear when you wake up from the waking world. Waking world, you realize I am Brahman. Now what has gone? Avarana Shakti. Maya has two powers, Avarana and Vikshepa. The projection continues, but Avarana is gone. Forgetfulness is gone. Out of the two powers of Brahman, Avarana and Vikshepa, Avarana is gone. Vikshepa is there. The same Bangalore, same family, everything appears. But Miss Swapna, Miss Jagrati now knows I am Brahman. Okay. So the Maya has two powers, Avarana and Vikshepa. Avarana is gone. Means forgetfulness is gone. Vikshepa continues. The movie continues. Why does it happen? It happens because there is a prarabdha karma, residual prarabdha karma, because of the body does not dissolve. Body will continue with that. But Avarana is gone. Miss Jagrati knows very well I am Brahman. Still continue to be in the movie. Okay? Still continue, projection is there because body is there, the world is there. Projection continues. But Avarana is gone. In Atma Dhyana, Avarana is destroyed, but Vikshepa continues. So Miss Jagrati now is a Jivan Mukta, liberated while he is alive. So just understand the difference. In dream world, Miss Swapna wakes up. Then Miss Swapna's body disappears, dream world disappears. And she wakes up as Miss Jagrati. Miss Jagrati wakes up from the waking world. Then she realizes Bangalore and the world, what she is living, the family, everything is Mithya. But the Mithya world doesn't disappear. She realizes I am Brahman. So she realizes I am Paramarthika Jiva. Because Avarana is gone. Vikshepa will continue. Understand? But Vikshepa does not bother her. I'll give you again a movie analogy. You have gone to a movie. You wanted to enjoy the movie. But it's a horror movie. There's a ghosts are there. Terrible demons are coming. So you are scared because you are identifying the movie character. You are shivering in the movie. Okay? Suddenly, you realize it's a movie. Now, movie will continue because movie is for 2.5 hours. The movie will continue. But you are not identified the character in the movie. So, movie projection is continuing. Movie is continuing. But your movie has not ended. Movie will go another 1.5 hours. So, your horror is gone. The being terrified is gone. So now you start enjoying the movie. Oh, what a nice ghost, yaar. What a producer. So you'll enjoy the movie because you're not identifying the movie character. Similarly, in the waking world, when you don't identify the waking character, you identify yourself with Brahman, the Avarana is gone, the projection is continuing, movie is continuing, but the movie does not bother you. Movie doesn't disappear. Movie doesn't ever disappear. Movie should not bother you. So when you know dream as dream, the dream is over. When you know dream as a dream, the dream doesn't bother you. So that's why Nisargadatta Maharaj says, know the dream as a dream. Then you are free from the dream. Dream doesn't have to disappear. So to know the dream as a dream, you have to realize I am Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. Then you see the dream, then you say, oh, Sarvam Khalida Brahma, this is my own projection. I am only appearing as a dream. Aham Brahmasmi, Sarvam Khalida Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Then you realize nothing in the dream world is real. I am pure awareness. I am only real. Then you realize that I am only projecting myself as a dream world. In the dream world, whatever is there is myself. This projection is given example. You can give a spider and web. The spider projects the web out of its own body. The web doesn't come from anywhere. So my own projection is this world. I am this world. Sarvam Khalid Brahma. So then what happens? Miss Sapna, Miss Jagrati wakes up from the dream waking world. She realizes that I am Brahman. I am pure awareness. And Bangalore and the city, everything is mithya. Family is mithya, unreal. But it doesn't disappear. What has happened only, she has realized I am Brahman. I am the waking character. I am Paramarthika Jiva, she has realized. Avarana has gone. What you call it, Vikshepa is still there. She opens up her eyes, so Bangalore is there, same family is there, everything is there. But she knows it's mithya. But there's a difference now. So this mithya world is my own projection. I am only the mithya. I am only appearing as the world. So then there's a pure love for the whole universe. The entire universe is myself. So this is where our ancient people said, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is my family. It's not a slogan. I am only appearing as the whole world. Who is the I? Paramarthika Jiva is appearing as Vyavaharika Jiva and Jagat. So as Paramarthika Jiva, I have this project, this universe. This is myself. I am the world as the Paramarthika Jiva. When I am the world, there's a pure love. Because you are connected to everything in the world. So realization is two. When I am realizing I am Paramarthika Jiva, Avana is gone. There's a peace. That's called Parashanti. Pure love, peace. Nothing in the world can bother me. Everything in the world is mithya. That I have realized. I am Brahman, Satya is there. That's called Parashanti. Then when I came back, look at the world is nothing but myself. I am the world. Who is I? Paramarthika Jiva is the world. Paramarthika Jiva is the Miss Jagrati. Paramarthika Jiva is the Bangalore and the city. So everything in the Bangalore is my own self. Everybody is my own self. There's nobody to hate. There's a pure love flows and pure compassion flows from such a Jivan Mukta. So realizations of two. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. When the Avarana is gone, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Then Jagat is realized mithya, I am Brahmasmi. Then when you look at the world, Jagat is also Brahman. The world is also Brahman. What you are seeing is myself only. Then pure love is there. It's called Parabhakti. Parashanti and Parabhakti. So this Parashanti and Parabhakti is called realization. Now dream has ended. But the dream projection goes on because movie or realization is movie. But still movie can go on because 2.5 hour show is there. The body is there. So the Jivan Mukta lives a life of peace and lives a life of love and compassion. Jagat Hitayacha, service to the world. Because Jagat is nothing but myself. Whatever is in the dream world is myself only. None other than myself. Which myself? Paramarthika Jiva. As Paramarthika Jiva only I have appeared all this. Like that he lives. Then there's a pure love. That's called Parabhakti. When I realize myself, Parashanti, peace. When I live, then so this is basically, this can be poured in one simple step. Before realization, I was somebody. I am Miss Jagrati working in a software engineer, Bangalore. So when I realize myself, I am no longer Miss Jagrati. I am nobody. Brahman is nobody because there's no body there. It's pure awareness. I am nobody. I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. Then again, I look at the world. Sarvam Khalida Brahma. I am everybody. Everything in the world is myself only. So I am somebody to I am nobody to I am everybody is called realization. I am body, mind, intellect to realization that Nan Embudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidananda, Shivanamnani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm pure consciousness is the realization. I'm Brahman. So this is called Atma-Darshana. I realize myself. Then I realize the entire world, what I'm seeing is nothing but Brahman only. Myself only. I only has appeared as a world. Then love is there. That's why Atma-Darshanam, Brahma-Darshanam, Brahma-Darshanam, Satya-Darshanam. To know the self is to know God. To know God is to be God. So to know God is to know the truth. This is the entire process of realization. So how does it happen? It happens through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Listening to the teachings from a competent master, Brahmanishta, Shrotriya. So then Manana, contemplation, Nididhyasa, internalizing the truth. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa cycle has to continue until you are fully established. You become Brahmanishta or Atmanishta. You are fully established. Once you are fully established, such a person is called Jivan Mukta. Now, will it happen overnight? It won't happen overnight. It's a process of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. According to Sureshwara Acharya, Sri Shankaracharya Shishya, this is a lifelong process. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Gradually it will converge. It will not happen overnight. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa has to continue. Until you are fully established, you become Brahmanishta, Atmanishta. You are established fully. Such a person is called Sthita Prajna. Otherwise, there will be always, you listen to the truth, and when you operate in the world, again, immediately the identity will catch you. So, Miss Jagrati, she listens to Shravana, Manana, thus she does Nidhyasa. Oh, I am Brahman. Now, when she wakes up, she's waking up again, she's waking up as a software engineer. She is the mother of two. Okay, his husband is there, family is there. Again, the identity will come. Again, the problems of life will catch on. Again, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa has to be done until Miss Jagrati becomes Atmanishta or Brahmanishta, fully established. How it is a fully established state? When in fully established state, whatever work you are doing, whatever actions you are involved, you will never forget I am Brahman. I am Brahman is always there. And Jagat Nitya is always there. And Jagat is nothing but myself only is also there. With that, she will interact in the world. Earlier, her interaction in the world was for getting rid of suffering, finding happiness. Okay, now she is peaceful internally because she is Brahman. When she is interacting in the world, love and compassion is there because she knows she is Brahman. For husband, she appears as a wife. For mother, for children, she appears as a mother. For a society, she appears as a society, a software engineer. But for her, she is Brahman. She doesn't show it off. She lives a life knowing I am Brahman very well without showing off. She is peaceful internally and she will play all the role. Mother's role, the software engineer's role, or woman's role very well without getting affected, knowing that role is a role. She can play these roles very well now because she is not affected by any role. As a mother, she is not affected. As a wife, she is not affected. As a software engineer, she is not affected. She is not affected by society. She has become free from the troubles caused by society. Remember, the Vikshepa continues, projection continues. Avana has gone. How long Vikshepa will continue? Until this body drops. The body is there, result of prarabdha karma, till it drops. Till it drops, she will continue to be in the world, doing service for Loka Kalyana to the ability what she has, to the best of her ability, out of pure love and compassion. Because Jagat is nothing but myself. She will never forget I am Paramatma Jiva. So this is called Sahaja Sthiti or natural state, Sahaja Samadhi. Sahaja Samadhi does not require meditation. If it requires meditation, still you are not become Brahmanishta. Establishing the truth has not happened fully. Because you need a support. You have to go back to meditation like that. But finally a point will come. You don't need any support. That will happen after repeated Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. The truth is fully established. You are established fully in the truth. Such a state is called Sahaja Samadhi. Sri Ramana Maharshi is an example of Sahaja Samadhi. She gets up in the morning, he gets up in the morning, goes to the kitchen, does the cutting the vegetable, cooking. So then he goes to the garden, and then he comes to place, sits in his hall and answers the questions of people. He's Samadhi, he's in a waking state, Samadhi, fully waking, fully in the Samadhi state, in the waking condition. With eyes open, he knows he is Brahman. With eyes open, he knows Jagat is Mithya. That's a state called Sahaja Samadhi. That's a state of liberation. Mukti. No effort is required. Effortlessly abides in the self. Somebody comes to Ramana Ashram. They pray to Ramana Maharshi. Maharshi, please show yourself, your true state to us. True nature. Ramana Maharshi says, what is true nature? True nature is Samadhi. Ramana Maharshi laughs. Should I sit in Samadhi with my eyes closed? Should I sit in my Samadhi with my breathing stopped? Not required. The dream has to be known as dream. You can be fully in the dream, no problem. The movie has to be known as movie, then there's no problem in the movie. You'll enjoy the movie. Another person comes to Ramana Maharshi ashram. Oh Maharshi, you have fallen. I came to you when you were in Virupaksha cave. Virupaksha cave, you are meditating. Now you are not meditating. Please don't fall from the spiritual practices, he says. So Ramana Maharshi spent a lot of years in Virupaksha cave. Now he is in Ramanashrama. He is fully established in Sahaja Samadhi, natural state. Closing the eyes or opening the eyes does not make a difference. Sitting in meditation doesn't make a difference. Established in Paramarthika Jiva, I am Brahman. Knowing well very well, Jagat is Mithya. Jagat is nothing but my own self, Brahman. He lives as a Jivan Mukta. Absolute peace, Parashanti. Absolute love, Para Bhakti, is a way of life of Jivan Mukta. Let us sit silently for some time. Contemplate on the teaching. Close your eyes. Sit comfortably. Contemplate. I am Paramarthika Jiva, absolute reality. Vyavaharika Jiva and Pratibhasika Jiva are Mithya or unreal. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚಿದಾನಂದಾತ್ಮ ಶಿವನಾನೇ, ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ. ಆತ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಸತ್ಯದರ್ಶನಂ. ಅಂತರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಬಹಿರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಗ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಪರಾತ್ಪರ. ಜ್ಯೋತಿರೇವ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಶಿವೋಸ್ಮ್ಯಹಂ. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಹರಿ ಓಂ. ಹೇ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ.